Hey guys, look what I picked up today. Well, yesterday. I was out doing service calls in the van and got a call from a customer, long time customer. Says he had a generator he wanted me to freshen up so he could sell it. And went over to his place and he pulled it out of the shed. And you can tell this baby's been sitting for a while. She's filthy. But that's how we like them. That's how we get them. And this one actually is key start. It's got a battery on it. I don't know if that battery's any good. We're gonna try putting a charge. Sorry if the wind's ruining the audio. It's a crappy day here at the farm. It's windy, it's cold, it's the middle of November. I'm just doing a video on that pressure washer right there. Stay tuned for that. But back to this. So anyway, he told me that I sold him this this generator about 8 years ago when I used to have a store here in town that sold power equipment. He bought it. He said I sold it to him for $1,000. It was brand new. I honestly don't remember. I sold probably 50 of these things one year. It was a good year for generators. And so he asked if I could clean it up and service it so he could sell it. And I said, well, what are you going to sell it for, guy? And he didn't know, and he asked what I think I could, what he could get for it, and I said, oh, you know, $750, $800 maybe, $850. And he looked at me and he said, tell you what, I'll give it to you for $500 as is. Then you fix it and sell it. And I thought, you know what, guys, for $500, like I said, this thing is like new underneath that dirt. I think it's only got about 10 hours on it. It's got the auto throttle, so it throttles down when you aren't using the RPM. It's a 9,000 watt start, and I think it's about 7,000 watts running. They currently sell the same model at the Home Depot for $1,300 plus tax, so about $1,500. I'm pretty sure I could clean this up and get maybe to the right buyer $1,000, because this thing is like
$1,075.
Next scene, I'm gonna have this in the shop where it's a little bit warmer. It's got the heat going in there, and I'm gonna make a video about just doing a carburetor clean, because this thing probably needs a carburetor clean. Check the oil, check the fuel that's in the tank. It's probably rotten, so we'll drain it and flush it out, and then we'll give this thing a wash. Guys, you won't even recognize it. I'm also gonna charge this battery up, get her running, and then we're gonna post it for sale this afternoon. I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell quick. Winter's coming, it's cold and windy. Hot item to sell this time of the year. So I'm gonna go inside the shop there and get this thing set up to work on. I'll be right back. All right, we got her in the shop on the work stand and got the battery charging. Hooked up the little trickle charger that I got. I was actually surprised as soon as I hooked it up. The charging light came on instantly. That's a good sign. That means that the battery's taking a charge. I know from experience with this particular charger that sometimes a battery that's completely dead or no good anymore, this light won't come on right away. It'll take a while to come on, or it won't come on. And this one right away came on. So keep our fingers crossed that that battery's good. We can obviously pull start this thing and it'll charge that battery once it runs, but we got to get to that. So what I did real quick, because I changed the oil, didn't look too bad, but I changed it because it was the oil that's been in there since the beginning, I would assume. And right now what I'm just doing is taking off the air box. So I pulled off the cover, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws that hold the front cover on, and I think there's 3 screws that hold the back cover onto the carburetor. And you can see right here, there's the carburetor. There's the top of it, there's the bowl, and that's the fuel shutoff solenoid. I made a video all about what these do. I'll link it at the end of this video. So what I'm going to do is pull this cover off, get this carburetor off, open it up, and show you how we clean this out. Hopefully that's all it needs. I'm also going to drain the fuel out of this tank, get rid of it, put some fresh fuel in, and hopefully that's all this thing needs to go. We'll give her a pressure wash, clean her up, and get her for sale on the marketplace. Okay guys, I got the carburetor off, took it apart, and this is the bowl. You can see it's pretty grungy in there. And your main jet, sorry, that's not your main jet, that's your bowl nut, but it also allows the fuel to flow through it, so that'll need to be cleaned. You can see the grunge in that hole there. That's your main jet right there. So that'll need to be poked out and soaked in the ultrasound. Your emulsifier tube, and then the carburetor body. So the customer told me that this thing flooded when you turn the fuel on, so I would assume that the needle is got some dirt or grunge in it or is stuck. So I'm just going to do is put all these pieces into the ultrasonic carb cleaner for about a half hour, let it soak, and then throw this back together. Be right back. All right, guys, so we put that carburetor all back together. Sorry I didn't film much more of it, but I've done this job probably about 15 times on the channel. I'll just link another one of these carburetors videos to the end of the video so you can see how exactly it came apart and went back together. But anyway, we cleaned it in the carb cleaner, put it all back together, changed the fuel. The battery has only been charging on this for as long as I've been working on it, so about an hour, and I don't think it's enough to start it, but it's got a pull start, so we're going to use that just for fun. Let's try it and see. Yeah, there's nothing there, guys. So what we're going to do is apply the choke and give it a few pulls and see if this thing fires up. So the choke's right there. So I'm going to try putting this battery on charge for the night. I'm going to give this thing a quick wash and finish the video. Charge this up overnight. I'll update in the comments what this thing ends up selling for. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get close to my $1,000 on it. All right, hit the subscribe button. I got lots more stuff like this to do. Here's a couple more very similar generators to the one we just did. We're going to build 1 out of 2 of these, maybe 2 out of 2. I actually bought a carburetor a year ago for this project. There's a replacement carburetor, and we're gonna try working on that. We got an MS260 rebuild we're gonna do with an Amazon piston kit. I'm excited to see how that turns out, kind of like that 261C we just did. I'll link the video. I've got a Husqvarna 50 saw with an actual Husqvarna rebuild kit I'm gonna do, and then there's a gazillion other projects, guys. We got some power washers here, rototillers, trimmers. This is all just spare parts for jobs. And down in there, we got, I don't know, 40 or 50 engines we want to consolidate down into parts, and maybe 3 or 4 replacement engines. So, like I said, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on this stuff. Big exciting things to see on the channel, I guess. Hopefully spring comes soon and the weather warms up, because it is horrible out there. Thanks for watching. There she is, guys, and it's starting to rain. I'm about done here. Built 2 machines to sell today. This one you wouldn't even recognize from the first picture I took. Gonna put that battery on charge for the night. Hopefully there's enough left in it to salvage and make this work, but turned out beautiful. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button.